It's a universal truth that relationships are complex, and none more so than those we share with our parents. Now imagine a web, intricate and interconnected, spun by generations of expectations, traditions, and societal norms. This web is the relationship we share with our parents, and navigating through it can be a challenging task. For women especially, this journey is often fraught with unique struggles and pressures. Let's take a moment to address these struggles, to understand them, and to acknowledge their existence. One of the most common struggles is dealing with expectations. Parents, often with the best of intentions, can set high standards for their daughters. These expectations can span across various aspects of life, from career choices to personal decisions, and can sometimes feel overwhelming. Another major struggle is communication, or more accurately, the lack of it. Barriers can arise due to generational differences, contrasting viewpoints, or simply a lack of understanding. These barriers can create a chasm, making it difficult to express feelings, needs, and concerns. Pressure is yet another struggle that women often face in their relationship with their parents. This pressure can manifest in many forms, such as the pressure to conform, to succeed, to settle down, or even to live a life that aligns with their parents' vision rather than their own. It's important to emphasize that these struggles are not anomalies. They are common and valid. It's okay to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even lost at times. It's okay to seek assistance, to voice your feelings, and to assert your needs. The struggles you face are not a reflection of your inadequacy, but rather a testament to the complexities of the parent-child relationship. Remember, you're not alone in these struggles. Many women grapple with similar issues. The journey towards understanding and resolving these struggles can be long and winding, but remember, every journey begins with a single step. The first step here is acknowledging the struggle and understanding its roots. This understanding forms the foundation upon which we can begin to build healthier and happier relationships with our parents. Open and honest communication forms the bedrock of any relationship. In our journey through life, we encounter relationships of all shapes and sizes. Some are as light as a feather, others carry the weight of the world. But regardless of their nature, all relationships share a common thread: the need for communication. Think about it. How often have misunderstandings stemmed from a lack of communication? And how many times have you felt a sense of relief after a heart-to-heart conversation? Communication, my friends, is the magic potion that can mend strained ties and strengthen bonds. Now, let's delve into the art of initiating difficult conversations. It's like jumping into a cold pool. The first plunge is always the hardest, but once you're in, it gets easier. Start with something positive, a shared memory, or a common interest. This sets a comfortable tone. Then, ease into the tough stuff. Remember, your goal is understanding, not confrontation. Expressing feelings, tricky as it may be, is an integral part of communication. It's okay to say, "I feel hurt," or "I feel ignored," but be mindful of how you say it. Instead of pointing fingers, try using I statements. For instance, "I feel hurt when you don't return my calls," is less confrontational than "you never return my calls." This way, you're expressing your feelings without putting the other person on the defensive. And then comes the part we often neglect: active listening. It's more than just hearing. It's about understanding, acknowledging, and responding. When the other person speaks, resist the urge to interrupt or prepare your rebuttal. Let them finish. Show empathy. You'd be surprised how much a simple nod or a "I understand where you're coming from" can do. Remember, open communication is a two-way street. It's about expressing and understanding, talking and listening. It's about building bridges of empathy and respect. It's about creating a safe space where feelings are shared, not judged. Effective communication can bridge many gaps and heal many wounds. Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines for healthy relationships. Just like a beautiful garden, relationships thrive best when they are well-defined and tended to with care. And when it comes to the relationship with your parents, setting boundaries can be a game changer. So, why set boundaries? Simply put, boundaries help to maintain your sense of self. They are your personal rules or limits that you set to identify safe and permissible ways for others to behave towards you. They help protect your mental, emotional, and physical space from intrusion or overstepping. But how do you identify your personal boundaries? It's a process of self-discovery. Start by reflecting on your values, your needs, and your comfort levels. What makes you feel respected and safe? What makes you feel uncomfortable or disrespected? These reflections will guide you in determining your boundaries. Now comes the tricky part: communicating your boundaries. It's crucial to be clear, direct, and assertive when discussing your boundaries. Remember, it's not about blaming or attacking, it's about expressing your needs. You might say something like, "I feel respected when I am given space to make my decisions. Can we agree to this?" But setting boundaries is only half the battle. The other half is enforcing them. When a boundary is crossed, it's essential to address it immediately and respectfully. You might say, "I noticed that this happened, which crosses a boundary for me. Can we talk about it?" It's important to stand firm, yet remain open to discussion. Remember, setting boundaries is not about distancing yourself from your parents or creating conflict. It's about cultivating a healthy relationship where both parties feel respected and valued. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but with practice, it becomes a powerful tool for nurturing your relationship with your parents. And the beautiful thing about boundaries, they're not set in stone. As you grow and evolve, so will your boundaries. They're a reflection of who you are and what you need at any given time. Boundaries, when set and respected, can significantly improve your relationship with your parents. So go ahead, set those boundaries and watch your relationship blossom. Sometimes a little outside perspective can make a world of difference. It's like looking at a painting from afar. You might see the overall picture, but you might miss the intricate details that give it depth and meaning. The same can be said about our relationships, especially those with our parents. It's in these intricate details that therapists and counselors specialize. Therapists and counselors are professionals trained to help us understand and navigate our emotions. They offer valuable tools and insights to help us communicate effectively, set healthy boundaries, and resolve conflicts. They also provide a safe space to explore and express our feelings without judgment, which can be incredibly liberating and healing. One of the biggest benefits of seeking professional help is gaining a fresh perspective on our relationships. Sometimes we're too close to a situation to see it clearly. A professional can help us step back and view our relationships from a different angle. This can lead to breakthroughs and revelations that we might not have reached on our own. But let's address the elephant in the room: the stigma around mental health. It's unfortunate that many of us hesitate to seek help because of perceived judgment or shame. It's crucial to understand that prioritizing our emotional well-being is not something to be ashamed of, but rather something to be proud of. It's a sign of strength and self-awareness. Remember that it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to ask for help. Professional help doesn't mean you're weak or incapable. On the contrary, it's a testament to your resilience and your commitment to personal growth. So if you find yourself struggling with your relationship with your parents, consider seeking professional help. It might just be the missing puzzle piece that brings clarity, understanding, and healing to your relationship. Remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a step towards healthier relationships. Navigating parental relationships can be tricky, but remember, you have the tools to improve them. We've journeyed through understanding the struggle, acknowledging that it's all right to feel conflicted and that it's part of the human experience. We've learned about the importance of communication, how expressing our feelings and thoughts can pave the way for mutual understanding and healing. We also touched on setting boundaries, a fundamental aspect in any relationship. Establishing these boundaries can help us maintain our mental and emotional health while fostering respect between us and our parents. And finally, we discussed seeking professional help. Therapists and counselors can provide objective insights and practical strategies to navigate these complex relationships. Remember, every relationship requires work and patience. It may be tough, but the rewards are immeasurable. Stay strong, stay patient, and remember, you're not alone in this journey.